Before I start today's video, I want to remind everybody, please come over to my Patreon channel. For everybody that has already done that, thank you so much. I have a little bit more freedom on that platform to talk about what's happening socially right here in America. So if you haven't come over to Patreon, it's like $3 to join it. Come over. It supports the channel immensely. Thank you to everybody who's already come over. If you haven't come over, please go to my Patreon channel, join it, where we have a little bit more freedom to talk about these important topics that are taking place on a daily basis in America. Thank you so much. It's Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. I want to make this quick video just to kind of recap what has transpired today and just talk to every one of you about some of my concerns. And please feel free to comment down below with your concerns. Dow Jones closes up 373 points today. I mean, that's absolutely insane. I just read an article 15 minutes ago on USA Today, and they are forecasting 1.4 million jobless claims tomorrow morning. So the stock market is up, Dow Jones up nearly 400 points, knowing that we're going to lose nearly another 1.5 million jobs, or we already have. We're going to have nearly 1.5 million jobless claims tomorrow morning, yet this disconnect between Wall Street and the real economy continues to separate farther and farther apart. It's absolutely unreal. Just think about that number, 1.4 million, 1.45 million, whatever it's going to be. It's going to be over 1 million jobless claims tomorrow morning. And this will be the 20th straight week, consecutive week, where we've lost over 1 million jobs a week. And people actually believe that there's a recovery. People believe everything's going to be okay. People believe that the economy is coming back. I mean, just think about what 1 million people jobless looks like. Just think of the amount of people that is, how many football stadiums of people that is just in 1 week that just lost a job. These people are going to have a hard time eating. They're going to have a hard time paying their bills. They're going to have a hard time making their mortgage payment or their rent payment. I mean, we are really living in a crisis here. And I don't see, every time I watch these financial shows, Fox Business, CNBC, nobody seems concerned. They just keep telling you how great the stock market is, how much higher it's going to go. They don't want to talk about the real issues. We've got over 40 million people and climbing unemployed in America. We've got tens of millions of people that are not eating enough food. We've got millions of people behind in rent. We've got millions of people in forbearance on their cars, on their mortgages. I mean, this is an absolute disaster. And I was talking to my buddy last night, and we just said, you know, we're probably between the first and second inning of this depression. It's just begun. And look at the devastation that has already taken place. Let's talk about gold today. Right now, as I make this video, gold is hovering around $2,050. Silver is a little bit above $27. This is according to the CNBC website. You know, it's interesting. You can go to different sites and get different numbers with the metals, but I pretty much just follow the CNBC website with metals, and that's the number I'm getting right now. But I can tell you this, as long as this government continues to promise unlimited money to the stock market, you can expect the stock market to go up. I don't know, more than likely that's not even going to affect you. When you don't have a job, when you've had a wage cut, do you really care what the stock market is doing? Do you? I mean, what is the stock market doing for 90% of Americans right now? Not a whole lot. Their main concern is having a job, being able to put a roof over their head, be able to feed their kids. They could care less what the Dow Jones is doing today, but Wall Street could care less about you in the middle class. It could care less about anybody. That 0.0001% is laughing all the way to the bank, getting richer and richer. These banks get richer and more powerful, and it's all on the backs of the American people. But the markets are going to go higher. But so is gold and so is silver. So continue to bet against the debt. If you have the means, make sure that you're protecting yourself with hard assets like gold and silver. But again, we have so much wealth inequality taking place, so much opportunity inequality taking place. And this is all going to come to a head as people lose their jobs, lose their futures, unable to take care of their kids. This is going to a very, very dark place in America. And it's very, very scary to be watching this. It gives me a very ominous feeling with what I'm watching. Watching what gold and silver are doing right now is it's a warning, and it's scary. I know that if gold goes to $10,000 an ounce, if silver's $100 an ounce, I'm living in a much different environment than I am right now. So, a lot of people get excited that they're going to make all this money in gold or silver. And more than likely, yes, they are. They already have. They're making money. I know I've made a lot of money with the gold and silver that I own right now, just in the last couple weeks. But there's a trade-off here. You're going to be living in a very dangerous, violent, chaotic, unpredictable country. Even though you may have a lot of gold and silver, you may have a lot of money, but you're going to be afraid to go to the grocery store. You're going to be afraid to leave your house. And that's where we're at. And I think we're at a point now that most, or at least more people are beginning to realize that. America is going to look like a much different place in a matter of months. The rent moratorium, the mortgage forbearance expiration coming, Congress still hashing out what kind of unemployment benefits, bonuses people are going to get. Is it going to be 600? Is it going to be 400? Is it going to be 200? It's going to go to December. And then will it have to be extended again in December? I mean, imagine what we're going to see in December as these forbearances run out. How are people going to go Christmas shopping? We're continuing to watch retail be obliterated. The latest forecast is 25,000 retailers could bite the bullet by the end of this year. This will probably go down as one of the worst Christmases in American history. People are going jobless, they're going hungry, their futures are being wiped out, their small businesses are being wiped out, their livelihoods are being wiped out. We are I cannot even believe what we are witnessing take place in America. And all I can say is it's going to get worse. And I hope that people who've been watching these videos are continuing to prepare, but people are going to continue to get wiped out, especially the middle class. And I'm almost speechless when I watch what is happening to America. It is really, really shocking. I was looking at the ADP employment numbers for July. We added 167,000 jobs. 1.2 million were expected. That's frightening. And then tomorrow, we're going to see over 1 million jobless claims. It's not good. Here's an article that I was reading today. For the unemployed, rising grocery prices stretch budgets even more. And in this article, Sean Valdez of Los Angeles, he says he went to Costco, spent $600 and figured that would feed his family for about 40 to 45 days. He went back to Costco 45 days later and bought the same food, the same items that he bought 45 days prior. And he said the same food now that cost him $600 landed up costing him $1,000. This is at Costco in Los Angeles. He said he was too embarrassed to put the food back, so he resorted to using his credit card. We are seeing millions of people now using credit cards just for essentials. We saw this back happening in 2019. I did a video on it. And just imagine how many more millions of people this fall, this winter, are going to be reliant on credit cards as they're cutting credit card limits. Since February, look at these statistics here. Since February, beef is up 20.2% from February to July. Eggs up 10.4%. Poultry up 8.6%. Yeah, I'm seeing apples at the grocery store. $1 for an apple. $1 for a grapefruit. An ear of corn, 69 cents. That seems to be the going rate, at least out here in my area. 69 cents for an ear of corn. I remember back probably in the early 2000s, it was 10 for a dollar. And you could probably even find it cheaper. Here's an article on the Hedge today. Champagne sales fizzle. The industry expects 100 million bottles will go unsold this year. So all those people that were on Facebook popping champagne, showing you their leased BMW and their leased Mercedes and Lexus and their new watch and what they're having for dinner, they're not popping the champagne bottles like they once were. A lot of these people are so broke that they've completely disappeared. But restaurants have closed, bars closed, weddings canceled, travel has been halted. I'm hearing people that have been to Vegas telling me it looks like a ghost town. It's not even the same. Nobody's in the party spirit. People are going broke, and expect wineries throughout the world to be filing bankruptcies, waves of bankruptcies coming to the wineries. Bloomberg today. More bailout cash won't stop wave of credit card defaults. More than, this is in the article. Listen to what is happening in your country, ladies and gentlemen. More than half of consumers with credit card debt said they will need more bailout money to make minimum payments over the next 3 months. More than 60 million Americans used credit cards to meet spending needs within the previous week. 60 million people needed a credit card to meet needs. That means rent, food, car repair, utilities, whatever it might be. This is really getting scary. And there are so many people, it's already too late for it. I've discussed this in past videos. It's already too late for millions of people. People who ignored the warnings, it's already too late. And so many people wanted to live beyond their means, wanted to impress people. And now these people are going to pay a very, very severe price. And there's going to be a lot of innocent people. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that work hard, lost jobs, and they've already been forced to use up their savings. And they've had to burn through it just to make the house payment, the rent, feed the kids, pay the credit cards, pay the car payment. Not their fault. And so many innocent people are going to pay such a severe price here. Bank of America now predicting silver in the very near future to go to $50 an ounce. They've already predicted that they believe gold will go to $3,000 within the next 18 months. So the banks know what's coming. They know that the depression is here. Gold, silver, I believe we're going to go much higher. If you have the ability, if you have the means, make sure that you're acquiring some gold, some silver. But if you don't have food, if you don't have water, if you don't have security, those are the things you need to be acquiring before you even think about acquiring gold and silver. And remember, the number one asset is staying close to God. And also make sure that you're an asset. Make sure that you're awake, aware. Make sure you have a skill set, that you know how to be good at doing something. That's going to be an asset in this depression. We have too many people who have been glued to the television, the Disney Channel, to Netflix, to video games, who have no skill set whatsoever. They don't even know how to basically cook a meal for themselves. These people are going to be absolutely lost. They will be the casualties. They will be the statistics in this depression. Just think about adult human beings who spend so much time on social media, so much time on Netflix, so much time playing video games. This is going to be their demise. They did not prepare for tough times. These people are soft. Their minds mentally and morally soft, physically soft. We have an obesity epidemic. We have a pharmaceutical epidemic here in America. What the anxiety that is going to take place when this all goes down? It's already happening. Suicide rates up. Anxiety medication through the roof. And you haven't seen anything yet. I'm going to leave you with this. Make sure you're doing whatever you can to get in better physical shape. Every gym in my area is closed, so I'm locked back out of the gym. I just got done with this eye surgery, and so the only thing I can do is get out, walk around, and just try to get some sort of exercise. Your gym may be open. If you have the ability, take advantage of it. Make sure that you're getting your body in great shape. Get your mind in great shape. Get your spirit in great shape. You're going to need all of this to get through what is coming, and get your house in order financially. If you have debt and you can pay it off right now, get it paid off. If you can do a side hustle or take on 2 side hustles to make extra money, you need to be doing it right now, because those side hustles might not exist a month from now, 6 months from now. Make the money right now. Put an emergency fund of cash away. Make sure that you have all your essential preparations, and then make sure you have some gold and silver put away. I'm going to leave it there today. Again, it's appalling what is taking place in this country, and it is going to be a nightmare that we're going to be living in here very, very shortly. And just take a look around what's happening. I can't tell you how many more homeless people I see wandering the streets out here in Riverside County. Hopefully be getting out and doing some videos on that, and just showing you what's happening at some of the resorts out here. They're ghost towns. It is really, really scary, ladies and gentlemen, and you should be very, very concerned. And some people out there may say that they're not even affected by what's going on yet, but I promise you, you are going to be affected one way or another with this collapse, with this depression. It is going to touch everybody. It's going to touch family members, people you know, neighbors. Everybody is going to be affected by this. You're going to have friends and family members that go homeless. And I think that, we're going to have to do whatever we can do to help people to a certain extent. But I'm warning everybody right now, as 98% of you are doing, warning our friends and our family members, you better be putting your own food and water away, because you're not coming to my house and eating all my food and drinking all my water. It's not going to happen. You need to wake up right now. Everybody watching this video needs to wake up. America, wake up, wake up, wake up.